Hope you're all still awake. Late Night Mega here. And last time we went through Area L with my favorite music of the game. This time we're going to Guardian HQ. We do have to go there because, well, we did all of the main missions. We got both halves of all the other biomedals, but I'm not going to go talk to Prairie yet. What I actually want to do first, I want to find the nurses. Because I did mention last time that we're going to take a side quest to get the final sub-tank. A final sub-tank. We didn't even get the third sub-tank. We skipped that one because it is so ridiculously difficult to get, ridiculously demanding. And I just generally don't feel like getting it. Most of my ZX playthroughs, I don't get that sub-tank. Because there's just so much you have to go through, and there's a lot of instant death, there's a lot of being very short on time to avoid instant death. Okay, so we talked to the nurse, and what we have to do is we have to go back to Area L. Yay! Unfortunately, going back to Area L and getting to hear the Area L music is the only positive thing we have here. You have to deliver the aid kit. So if you actually go into your menu where you go over to the map, it will tell you like your destination. And it'll say Area L1, L2, L3. What we have to do is find an aid kit. It is hidden in one of those big boxy storage containers that we can shoot and blow up. And that's what we have to do. We have to shoot and blow up these storage containers. Now, the way we get through Area L, again, you can teleport to the end of Area L like this, and go backwards through the stage. I'll demonstrate this. That was a very poor demonstration. Like I said, sometimes I feel it's more difficult to go backwards through a stage than it is forward. It also feels really weird. Yeah, there's how you do that. Just kill the guy and super jump on the thing. There are no crates in Area L4, so you don't have to worry about that here. Well, that does mean if you're going to travel through that anytime you're going this particular path. Now, I do remember where some of these are. I'm pretty sure we have to get back to, like, Area L1. Well, this is just going very poorly. I'm pretty sure we have to get back to, like, Area L1 for the first one, and then L2 for the second one. So this might not be the most efficient path, but then again, yeah, those big gray crates. You want to just destroy them all. There's one in particular that you need to find. Standing on the attack jamming satellite is not going to be very productive. By the end of this side quest, you're going to hate this area, aside from the music. I can't ever hate the music here. Just because you're going to be going back and forth through Area L 3 to 4 times, from what I remember. I think it was 3 to 4 times. Of course, you guys know, this is post-commentary me. I know how many times exactly you have to go through here. But past gameplay me, my memory was telling me 3 to 4 times. Okay, it's a bit excessive. And hopefully, but that'll be all. And we need the sub-tank. We do want to get the third sub-tank. None of the items that we need to get here in this series of quests are going to be in those construction barrels, so you don't have to worry about destroying those. Just the big boxy crates. So if you don't know where they are and you're not looking them up on the internet, you just gotta destroy them all. Yeah, I didn't know where the pit was there. Again, that's the danger of going you know, backwards through a stage. We're also on our last life, so I kind of need to be somewhat careful here. So which path is going to be shorter? Going from area A2 and traveling through the beginning of H and fighting that mini-boss again, because you're going to have to do that every time you take that path through there. Or you can go through, well, the path that we've taken so far, warp to the end of area L and work your way backwards through the stage. And the answer to that is, well, it depends on where the item you're getting, where the aid kit is. We haven't found it yet. Because this one, I think, is, like, near the beginning of the stage. There it is. And so you don't need to destroy any more of these, even though I am, just because I'm frustrated. Because there's no good way to get to Area L. Especially, more specifically, Area L1 and L2, which is where most of the aid kits are going to be. You're either going to go from the back end of L4 and work your way backwards through the stage and then go back through there, or you can go from Area L4 to all the way through here, back through Area H1 and H2. Every time you go through this path, though, you have to refight this mini-boss. Every single time. So if we go from Area A2 through Area H to Area L1, you refight the mini-boss. And then if you come back through the same path, you refight the mini-boss again. They put Area L in the worst spot they could have possibly done. That is an awful spot. I guess alternative... No, you can't warp to the end of Area H, the amusement park area, and then work your way backwards through Area H3 and H2 and avoid the mini-boss. No. No, that would have been apparently too convenient. Area L is just in such a terrible spot. But this is what the path looks like if you're going round trip all the way around. So, yeah, you can start in Area A2, or you can start at the end of Area L. You could also, alternatively, once you find the fetch quest item, go from that point, turn around, and go back to the end of Area L. How many times you gotta go through Area L? It's... This part of the game is not fun. This is why I have not been doing side quests, and why I'm not going to be doing the side quests other than this one, because it gets us the sub-tank. Because a lot of it's just fetch quests. The side quests in this game, they're just fetch quests. Go here, get this, do this, and then report back to the person, and then report back to HQ to get your reward. And it's just a lot of going back and forth between the same areas over and over and over again. The same areas that we've been to. And you can't take multiple side quests at once. You can only take one quest at a time. Which is another annoyance. Because it means that there's even more. So like if we had another side quest that we could have done in, say, Area H, you can't take that and the Area L side quest at the same time. Can't do it. Only one quest at a time. I remember one time I was playing this, I accidentally selected abort mission because I thought I was turning in the side quest like at this point when I got the item. No, that is not. Be very careful. And so I ended up aborting the mission. So then I had to reselect the mission, re-go back to Area L for an extra time. You don't want to do that. So I showed you what one trip through this is going to be like. It's roughly 10 minutes is what we've spent. And then we can go and turn in the side quest. And then we come out and we talk to that other nurse outside the gate, and she's going to have a quest for us. And once we do her quest, well, you'll see. I'm going to cut a lot of this out, as you can see. Okay, so then the next part, we talk to this person, Rose, and she needs us to get an energy pickup for her. It's a special quest item. There are other items you can get from side quests. I mentioned them before. There's like ice boots that means you won't slide on ice, but you still can't climb on it or wall jump on it. Just things like that. There's like a wind boots that makes it so you don't get blown around by wind. Things that prevent knockback, things that slightly extend your invincibility. So yeah, I did the whole fetching off camera there, and I just came back once I got her item. It looks different. It's in a different spot, in a different crate. But that's all you do. Okay, so this was number 2. So in past gameplay me's mind, we're like halfway done with this. Halfway done. That's not a bad place to be. Do that, and then we have to go back out, talk to the other nurse now, because once you report on that quest, then that unlocks this. A lot of back and forth, a lot of tediousness, and not all the side quests are going to be as tedious as this, where you have 3 or 4 different times you have to help these people and go take mission requests. A lot of them are just going to be accept one mission request, go do the thing, and then go take it back to the person, and then there you go. Like, oh, I lost my doll. It was in area L. I don't know, area J. You know, you go get the little girl or doll or something. They're all just basic fetch quests like that. Sometimes they get a little bit more fetchy, like this one. This is probably the worst one. So that's number 3. I did the other ones off camera. I also didn't do the full area A2 to all the way to L4. I didn't do that whole round trip. I might have went to area L4, worked my way back, and then went back to the L4 teleporter. So I could avoid that mini-boss because I just get annoyed fighting that same mini-boss over and over and over. That's why it's my least favorite mini-boss of the game. That's why I don't like it. I remember the first time I played this game and I did all of the side quests I could find and I did all of the stuff. All these side quests just really add padding and timing to the game. In my view, they're tedious, they're monotonous, they're boring. Because you're just going back to the same areas that you've been to, pick up an item, and go back. We're on number 4 now. So, and number 4, I think we're actually going to do this one on camera. Because I think this is the one that's like, if you take the teleporter to L4, it's going to be very short. Because it's like an L3, like near the end of L3 is where the container we need is. And so we're going backwards, so it's going to be towards the beginning of when we get to L3, going this route. Another thing that can annoy you if you don't take this side quest like right after it opens up is Protectos might randomly reappear, and so if you take the L4 teleporter, you might have to fight Protectos again. Just because. Because nothing adds to the tediousness of a game like refighting bosses we already fought. I thought it was going to be in that one. I guess not. Whoa, that was close. Hey, we got it. So now we just head... Darn it. Well, this is a good demonstration. If you die here, I don't think... Yeah, we do not still have the item, so there's no, like, quick save-ness to that. You actually have to get to a checkpoint, checkpoints being, like, the transitions between areas. Which those are decent checkpoints. I'll give Mega Man ZX benefit on that one. It's nice to have a checkpoint at the start of every area transition. So if we get back to L4 and we die in L4, we should still have our quest item. We almost died there again. And like I said, the only thing to really like about this is you get to hear this awesome music a lot. That's the only thing I like about this. Because I've been through this run and gun area. I like it when you play it as a stage. I don't like it when you're doing it over and over and over again. But past gameplay me, when did those bats get there? I don't remember ever seeing those bats. Now suddenly there's bats. Whatever. So yeah, this is my annoyance with Mega Man ZX and the side quests and that. Unfortunately, it's not really necessary. Those other upgrades, chips that I've been telling you about, some of them are like, you slide down walls slower, quick charge. They're nice, but they're not, none of them are necessary to complete the game. None of them are necessary to make it through the stages. If you're on hard mode, you might want to get some of them, because I don't know if you even get those on hard mode. Well, if you can't get them on hard mode, I recommend trying to get them on hard mode. Oh, and by the way, speaking of hard mode, if you're on hard mode, this sub-tank that you get from this fetch quest, this is the only sub-tank you get in hard mode. Oh my gosh, going through Area L in hard mode. Let's just say you will get really good at it, or you will just die a lot. Oh, it took me so long to get the sub-tank in hard mode. It took me a long time to get anywhere in hard mode on this game, from what I recall. It just, everything is... because you don't get life ups, you only get this one sub-tank. So what I did is I went... Did I get Model H first? I think I might have gotten Model H first. Maybe I didn't, I don't know. I might have just went for Model P and then went right for Area L to get the other half of Model P, so I could do this side quest. Because you don't really need Model H to get through. Well, it is very helpful. Maybe I did get Model H before. Well, so I either did those 2 or 3 stages, and then I did that. So now we're up to number 5. Number 5, and I'm like, okay, this has got to be it. I don't remember there being 5, but okay, there's 5. And so we're going to turn this in. Another aid kit, we went back. So this is 5 times we've been to Area L. Yes, amazed by my efforts. Give me my sub-tank, that's all I want. I don't want these... Because most of these missions you're going to get these pathetic amount of E-crystals. Like, who cares? I don't care. You can usually get more E-crystals just traveling around and collecting them from enemy drops and whatnot than the time it takes you to actually do the side quest. 6. We have to do this 6 times. This is ridiculous. Like I said, the other side quests aren't quite as tedious and repetitive as this one is. But yeah, you do have to do that a 6th time. So I went and did that off camera a 6th time. And now we'll finally get... Yes, I brought it. And now we'll finally get a sub-tank. And she actually mentions it here. She modified her present even more. Yeah. So overall, I spent like an hour, over an hour on this. I had to take a couple breaks to cry for a few minutes. But I spent like an hour on this just to get this sub-tank. That is ridiculously tedious. All it does is add unnecessary padding to the game. Like, oh look, this game takes longer to complete when you do all of these monotonous side quests. Well, while we're here, let's go to the lab. Let's prepare some biometal. And let's repair the most damaged ones, which would be... But I can't press down. I can't press down. Okay, you have to select one of them first, and then you can press down. There we go. Let's fix that. We'll fix that. We'll just get everything to level 3. It doesn't really matter. It really doesn't. And I guess I'll get... Yeah, that way everything has an equal amounts. I'm not going to need all this weapon energy. I don't use them that much. You've seen me use mainly the ZX model for combat and boss fights. Well, with that, we will continue with the main quest next time. I'm not going to do the other side quests. It's just a bunch of tediousness, and you guys probably don't want to see that. I don't like going through that. That's why I usually don't do that when I play ZX. So, I'll see you guys next time.